everyone, my name is Penny. I study astrology. The moon sign is what represents our emotions. And we all know emotions can be a pain in the ass to deal with, so that's why I'm making this series. To know your moon sign, you will need to use a natal chart calculator because the moon changes signs every 2.5 days. So, might not really know it off the top of your head. Anyway, let's get going with moon in Gemini. What's important to them is always having options, always having a door to exit out of. Never being shut in, never being completely trapped. And something they might face in life a lot is that people always just want to contain them. They just always want to put them in one box, like you're going to be this for the rest of your life. And that's something that's very difficult for them to cope with. It makes them feel like a caged bird. So they find ways around it, mostly by playing along. And you don't even know that I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm not really trapped here. I don't have to stay if I don't want to. What hurts them is being told no. Being told you can't do that. Having someone try to take away their options or tell them that they don't have any options. And whenever they hear that you don't have options, no matter what their circumstance and no matter what it was that they initially wanted in the first place, if they're told that's the one thing you have to have, that's the one thing you have to do, they take it as a personal insult, like someone is deliberately trying to hurt them. Like, oh, you told me I have to play my favorite video game for the rest of my life? Well, that is incredibly malicious of you. What if I decide that I don't like it anymore? Which you probably will the very next day. They know that things change, and it's insulting to them if you expect them not to change. What really hurts them is having to make a decision. Moon in Gemini is prone to anxiety, but usually they will not experience the full extent of their pain at first. They will question why they are really hurt and if they are really hurt. A lot of times they think something doesn't bother them, but on a more subconscious level, maybe it does. Kind of like Moon in Virgo, they have the rational side and then the emotional side. But instead of having the emotional side just covered up, it's more so just separated. It's almost like, oh, I have this emotion, but at the same time, it doesn't really bother me because I know it doesn't make sense for it to bother me, and I feel like I made the right decision, but I don't feel like I made the right decision. I think probably when they're really young children, they realize that they can panic about things really easily, but then they kind of like slow down and learn to process things a little better. Being able to talk through it is the most important thing to them. Even if it's just a conversation with themselves, I would encourage you to just talk out loud or write down everything in a journal. Write down one side of the argument and the other side. And of course, if you have someone who's willing to sit and listen and give you feedback, that's helpful as well. And I feel like they can even like mirror different sides of you, and you know, you like to see things from different angles. So whether it's like a therapist or a friend, this can always be useful to you. It is better to talk to people directly if you had a problem with them. But either way, I feel like Moon and Gemini a lot of times can just solve their own problems just by opening up their mouth a little bit and opening up their mind. But let yourself have the complete thoughts. See everything through all the way before you start interrupting yourself and turning it into just short sentences and arguing. Their personality. They're usually pretty quiet and shy, but they have an active mind. If they're not using their active mind for learning and studying, or at least observing their surroundings, then they will start to get anxious. Anyway, that's it, everybody. I hope you liked the video. Share it if you find it useful. Check out all the other moon sign videos so you can know everything about everyone. Well, maybe not everything about everyone, but you can know some good, useful things about everyone. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to keep learning about this stuff and how astrology can help you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Bye, guys.